What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Ray Robinson. Not the great Ray Robinson, but another boxer with the same name, Ray Robinson, not Sugar Ray Robinson, okay, is the latest fighter to call out Terence Crawford. However, unlike the WBO junior middleweight title holder Patrick Teixeira and some others, these two have history, okay? Robinson, 24-3-2 and 12 knockouts, was the last fighter to defeat Crawford in the amateurs, and he badly wants a shot to prove he or who is better out of the professional fighters. He almost had the chance a year ago. The 34-year-old Robinson fought then WBO number one ranked contender Mean Machine Kabulos in March of 2019 at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. He dictated the pace, demonstrated excellent ring generalship, but had to settle for a controversial 10-round majority decision draw. Wow. Robinson told the Ring on Friday evening that the winner of the fight was supposed to face Crawford, who has won titles in 3 weight classes, including the undisputed junior welterweight championship. Calls for a rematch that was rejected by Top Rank, which promotes Kabulos. As a result, the two-time Olympian from Lithuania, also known as Mean Machine, got the opportunity to fight Crawford. Instead, he wound up getting stopped in 9 rounds by the pound-for-pound star from Nebraska, which is, of course, Crawford. However, Kabulos gave Crawford his money's worth early in the fight, forcing the champ to take a knee following a big right hand in the 3rd round. Although the ref ruled it a slip, it was a knockdown, people. What went through Robinson's mind when Crawford was in trouble? He said, "Not much, honestly. I just thought it was crazy that they called it a slip," he added. Then Robinson slammed Top Rank for allowing to get away with the way of making a more competitive fight. Politics knocking at the door again, Robinson said. "At the end of the day, I'm not stupid. I know that Top Rank wasn't going to do me any favors. I'm not their fighter. They were using me as a stepping stone, and they basically used me as a sparring partner to prepare for Crawford, who is a southpaw like myself. It didn't go the way they planned," Robinson added. 100% that he would beat Crawford if they fought. He said, "I got their number. I would beat Crawford." He continued, "I know that I've beaten him once already, but I know for a fact that I got his number. He hasn't fought anyone like me. I feel like it would be the same result." Wow. Now, of course, this guy claims he beat Kabulos too. I haven't saw that fight. I will go back and watch that fight because I didn't see the last fight Kabulos had before fighting Crawford because, of course, you know, he was the guy that was in front of Crawford, so everyone focused on it. But now that this has come up, I will check it out because, you know, one thing about the amateurs, people, styles don't lie. People can change styles. Styles make fights, but styles don't lie, okay? And what I mean by that is you have certain fighters. You have Sugar Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya. Vernon Forrest, Sugar Shane Mosley. You have constant fights like this, excuse me, that happen all the time where the two styles combined between the two fighters, it's just the styles will make the fights, okay? It's just someone always has your number in this sport, okay? It's always like that. I don't care who you are, what fighter you are. If you haven't reached the fighter, and I want you guys to listen to me, if a boxer hasn't reached or ran into a fighter that has their number, they're not fighting the right opponents. That's my counterpunch on that. Ray Robinson, I would beat Terence Crawford. I got his number. If he beat him in the amateurs, there's a good chance he could beat him in the professionals, people, especially depending on how the amateur fight went down. If he was able to beat Terence Crawford to the punch, and Terence Crawford never improved by that time, which I'm sure he did, but if, you know, a lot of people, every fighter, every person has habits, okay? And it's not really their flaws people pay attention to, it's their habits. Because their habits can dictate what you can do versus what you can't do. If Ray Robinson has his number, I wouldn't be surprised, because again, you have people that have your number. He You have the puzzle he has, or they have, he or she, because it could be a female, right? They have the puzzle piece to fit your puzzle. Okay, so Ray Robinson, some things I didn't know with that. I haven't personally seen him fight, but I will look further into Ray Robinson. But he said if he beat Terence Crawford in the amateurs, and he's at the welterweight limit, which he is, he's a southpaw, which he is, that would be a very interesting fight, because it's nothing like guys calling out fighters and then getting the opportunity. Maybe Bob Arum, being top rank, did not want that fight from Kabulos, because Kabulos was probably the more marketable opponent. So he probably didn't get the nod on that fight because he wasn't. Ray Robinson is probably a dangerous opponent, and you really think about it, he has nothing to lose with 3 losses. You know what I'm saying? And 2 draws. So that's 5 flaws total coming from a guy with 12 knockouts. But of course, he doesn't have a terribly bad record, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think that he was as marketable as Mean Machine. You know what I mean? Because the Mean Machine in this situation was the guy that was put in front of Terence Crawford. Okay, so it's one of those things, man. I mean, and he was undefeated at the time, so again, it looks like a more marketable fight for Top Rank. So I can see Top Rank saying, no, you're not going to get an opportunity, especially from a split decision loss. Business wise, who would do that? Would you go on to put that fighter, which is your fighter, a top-ranked fighter, in front of a guy that he knows he can make the most money, or would you put him back in there with another mediocre opponent that gave him trouble, right? Bob Arum is not stupid. He's been in the game too long for that, But who's at a disadvantage is Ray Robinson. So, I will keep my eye on Ray Robinson. Hopefully he gets his opportunity. If these guys keep refusing to fight Terence Crawford, these are the fighters that he must face, and don't be surprised if they're some of the toughest. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on Ray Robinson. You guys tell me what you think about Ray Robinson. Of course, please subscribe. Do you guys think that he can beat Terence Crawford now, since he beat him in the amateurs? Let me know below. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.